It was a quiet gray afternoon when Ella first noticed something strange. The wind outside had been picking up, swirling leaves in frantic circles, yet inside the house everything remained perfectly still. She was staring out her bedroom window, watching the dark clouds roll in, when she felt an odd tingling sensation in her fingertips. With a curious glance, she raised her hand toward the window, and then it happened. The wind outside seemed to pause. Ella blinked, confused. The wind was howling only seconds ago. She looked around the room, heart racing, wondering if she had imagined it. Slowly, she lowered her hand, and as if on cue, the wind began to blow fiercely again. This time, she shot her hand back up in shock, and once again, the wind halted. Her breath caught in her throat. Was she controlling it? That evening, the storm hit in full force. Thunder boomed overhead and lightning flashed so brightly it illuminated the entire town. The power flickered out, leaving Ella's house in pitch darkness. She stood by her window, unsure what to make of her newfound ability, but also undeniably excited. It wasn't just the wind she could feel. There was something deeper, a hum of energy running through the air, the storm itself responding to her. Determined to understand, she dashed outside, rain soaking her clothes as she stood in her yard, staring up at the swirling clouds. Closing her eyes, she stretched out her arms, feeling the storm in her veins. It was wild, untamed, and yet it listened to her. A crack of lightning shot down from the clouds, striking a tree across the street. In a moment of panic, Ella thrust her hands forward and the bolt changed direction, crashing harmlessly into the ground instead. She gasped, her heart pounding. The storm, she could control it. Not just the wind, but the lightning, the thunder, all of it. She was part of it now. But this power came with a choice. As she stood in the rain, drenched but exhilarated, Ella realized she was not just a bystander anymore. With a power like this, she could make a difference, or wreak havoc. Her heart hammered as the possibilities raced through her mind. Would she keep this gift a secret, or use it to protect those she cared about? As the storm calmed under her will, Ella knew one thing for sure: her life would never be the same. The power of the storm was now hers, and with it came a responsibility she wasn't sure she was ready for. But one thing was certain: she was ready to find out. And so, with the winds at her command and lightning ready at her fingertips, Ella's story was only just beginning.